government takes care of the medical services that are being offered there. Now, how is it made possible? Government, through Parliament, passed a law called Primary Health Care Act. And that mandates the government, both at the national and at county level, to provide health care to Kenyans through capitation to those facilities, level 1, level 2, level 3. Now, to deal with governance issues in the now defunct National Health Insurance Fund, government enacted through Parliament another law called the Social Health Insurance Act. This one is so structured in such a manner that it encapsulates, it gets everybody into the fold. The national, the NHIF that is now defunct used to focus on, one, those that are employed through payroll system. And therefore it could only be able to offer insurance services to those that are employed and they can contribute through the payroll. Number two, the ordinary Kenyans who will contribute, we used to have those contributing 500 and so forth. They used to do what we called adverse selection. For those of you who remember, and it is here that you can attest, you will find that it was not consistent. People will start contributing when they are sick. You get admitted, somebody pays and backdates the payment so that they are able to access the services. So it is called adverse selection. We then realized that for us to make everybody contribute continually, it has to be mandatory. So there are those that are not able to contribute, and those are the indigents, government contributes for them. For those that are in the informal sector and are not in the formal payroll system, we have a package. And the government talks about 2.75 of the gross income, and that is determined by the means testing instrument. Initially, it was a payroll person in a family. Right now, it is household contribution, right? And then there are those who will contribute from the blue and white collar jobs. Blue collar jobs are those in the private sector who are employed, white collar in the government, and so forth. So when you look at all that, the Social Health Insurance Act, housed in the Social Health Authority, over and above that, government thought it wise to introduce two more funds. The Primary Health Care Fund, I've talked about it, that deals with level 1, level 2, level 3, and then the Critical and Emergencies the fund for those whose conditions are beyond and they are critical, the cancers and so forth, they go to that level. They are referred to level 6 and so forth. So that act, called the Social Health Insurance Act, what you now call the SHIF, it is housed under the Social Health Authority that administers two more other funds to take care of different illnesses at the different levels. The Primary Health Care Fund, government takes care of it. The Social Health Care Fund is contributory and it is mandatory. Then the Critical Health and Emergencies Fund is also by government. So that tells you that this government takes health care matters seriously. To deliver that, because we realize that in NHIF, the claims were being manufactured. You find a small chemist registered under NHIF as a level 5 facility. So there is an employee, somebody in NHIF, colluding with those scrupulous health facilities to defraud the government through fictitious claims. I told you last time that there is evidence that some facility will have names of men who have given birth. Right? You will find a facility so small than KNH having done 120 amputations. And all those are processed. Because of that, we dealt with the issue of governance. So, the Digital Health Act took away the human intervention in claims management, risk management, and the claims processing to a digital superhighway. From the time a doctor prescribes to the time everything is done, it is in a system that is very robust, and that is where the issue of false and fictitious claims are now being handled. The last one, Madam Moderator, so that I finish, is an act that ensures the sustainability and the quality of the services offered by the health facilities, level 1, level 2, and level 3, and that is called the Healthy Facilities Financing Act. This one ring fences the user fee that is collected by these facilities to be used to improve the facilities themselves. And these facilities are under county governments. You'll discover that many times the user fees collected in these facilities is used elsewhere to do a road, to do a bridge, to do some gate somewhere, and it was never, the resources were never ring-fenced to develop the quality of the instruments and the facilities in these particular institutions. And that is why that particular act was necessary. So, when you want to talk about universalizing healthcare delivery, that is what is meant to universalize. Everybody has access to quality healthcare. Now, let me say this as I close. There has been challenges in transitioning from NHIF to SHIF. The reason is that for the facilities that were empaneled in NHIF, they are supposed to be empaneled by SHA, and they are supposed to sign contract purposes of ensuring that they agree to offer quality of service at the same rate to everybody who accesses these facilities. Previously, you will only know that somebody who is able can only go to Nairobi Hospital or Aga Khan and so forth. If you access Nairobi Hospital, if you access KNH, if you access MTRH, if you access Yamaj Health facility where I belong, the quality of treating the quality of healthcare in terms of the cost of treating malaria, for example, the treatment you are given should be a package that is the same for a senior government official, for a household at the very low level in society, and that is at the core of this universal health coverage. Quite a lot of it, a lot of issues in there, but in the coming weeks, there will be full transition. And as the President pointed out yesterday, it is going to revolutionize healthcare service delivery in this country. I have been able to now differentiate what an NHIF was, what SHA is, and what SHA, SHIV, and all those issues are. But more importantly, also, because we are in the digital economy, Bwana Moderator, I want to encourage the comrades use that available resource to go into the Ministry of Health website and go to SHA website and also make sure that you look through those acts of parliament, the law and the policies in there. And I hope that all of us have been encouraging our households to register in SHA through *147#. Thank you very much. Asante.
Thank you, Prof. Clap for him. You know, Professor Machuki can only do it the way a professor can do. We asked him to tell him about SHA and SHIF. He did it from principles and foundations, the framework, the history, the philosophy, until we've gotten there. He's done it so well. Let's give him a proper clap for that. Now, I had promised the Director Youth Fund to actually respond, but looking at how people feel like, I'll give her the first response once you ask questions, and I'll love you to actually pay attention to what I'm going to say. We will pick the first round of 9 questions. 3, 1, 2, 3, then here in the middle, 1, 2, 3, then here, 1, 2, 3. Now, listen. A question is a minute. You are 700. I cannot afford to give you more than that. For a comment, I can be fair enough and give you a minute and a half, a maximum of 2, if it's building or feeding in. If you want to talk about a complaint or any other thing, you write it on a paper and you give me. I'll complain on your behalf, so that then we enrich the conversation. Comrades, power. The whole essence of town halls is to have policy conversations. If you want to riot, there are places out there. The Constitution allows you to do it elsewhere, right? If you have got elsewhere, there are other things to be done. So policy conversations should be had in a way that enriches, and it depends. So allow me, for purposes of being fair and equitable, to only give 1 question per person, and I'll repeat 1. When I say that, and you show up with a paper written, I'll give you a chance, but I'll cut you midway. Just be fair to other people. However passionate you are, take 1 question. See you tumelewana, so that we move freely. So, Faith Nora, you will be the first person to respond after the first questions and take the first 2 minutes to talk about how to access Youth Fund. I'll grant you that. So, where are the ushers? Tuanzie nyuma, so that I get a question there, a question here, and a question here. Ushers? If you want to ask a question, you raise your hand. So we start here, your name, the institution, and the question or the comment.
Thank you. I'm Wekesa Chesoni Titus. I'm the Secretary General, University of Eldoret. My question, I will combine it. The SHA, SHIF, and all that. We used 104 billion to do the transition of that particular thing. Why was it such a big amount not to be used in improving the NHIF? Then our SD here.
No.
Wait.
Clap for him.
I've just
1 question per person.
I've shortened the
Wewe ni kiongozi, question moja. Get the microphone to the next person, please. Fair enough. Get me. Cut the microphone. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Nikipeana instructions, tunasonga pamoja. Hello? Because all of you want to talk, right? Sindio?
Okay.
Okay. You've asked a question, you can repeat the same note too. To be fair, do not try and scandalize this. You are my younger brother, I asked 1 question, and I'll stick to that.
Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, wisdom. Comrades, wisdom. I was to talk about funding model, but
it's
let
fine.
me respect you.
Get me the mic. The next person here, I want us to be fair to other people. Next question. Here, where are you? Get the mic, get me. Tukue tu fair, swali moja ama comment moja.
Comrades, power! Comrades, power! My name is Ian Limo, and I'm a student at Moi University. I have 1 question that touches my profession. You have clearly highlighted that there are digital hubs, but as we all know, all of us cannot work in digital hubs. At the moment, according to Kenyan labor laws, no one is allowed to work without fair remuneration. As we speak at the moment, we have 1,300 youths who are medical interns who've been working for 3 months without pay. It's taken almost a year for the government to solve this situation, and it has not solved it. My question is this: how long does the government want to take in solving these issues? There can never be healthcare without healthcare workforce. However much you bring shift or anything, it will not solve anything unless we have the doctors who are going to treat those patients.
Thank you.
Power.
As brief as that and as straight to the question as possible. Ashas, you are to help me, please. I need somebody on that end. Kindly, we go to the other end. Ashas? Okay.
Okay, comrades, power. So my name is Ngetich Cheribo from Moi University. I've been in school for 7 years, but currently my 5th year because of the perennial strikes in Moi University. Now, my question goes to Professor Machuki. You said that since the inception of the new funding model, which has been in existence for 2 years now, money has been able to be channeled to universities, and those that were almost being declared insolvent are now picking up. Now my question is, why not Moi University?
Thank you. No, thank you. Get me that mic. On this end, I need somebody this line. Alafu tutasonga hapa katikati so that as many people as possible can get a chance. Anybody speaking on this line? Who's that? Okay. End up mbele. Okay. Your name, the institution, and the question or the comment.
Okay, mine is a comment. And comrades, akamuuliza mama, umepika mboga gani? Akamuuliza mama, umepika mboga gani? Akaambia mama, sikuwa nataka seveve. Nilikuwa nataka? Sana compliment. Tukamuuliza WSR, amepika mboga gani? Akatuambia help. Tukamwambia WSR, hatutaki help. Tunataka nini?
Thank you very much. A question here. Ashas, please. You stand. Your name, the institution. Clap for that guy. He said a heavy point. Piga hiyo makofi. Kama hujaelewa nitakufafanulia.
Yes, my name is Enoch Oduor. I'm a student at Moi University. I'm currently taking medical laboratory sciences. I'm in my 5th year, but that course should be 4 years. On NFM, Prof, I have a question that, percentage always increases on valuation of byproduct. That means that 3% of 100,000 is not 3% of 600,000. Our courses in medical field are very expensive. So when you say 3% and you multiply, it's very expensive. So the student taking Bachelor of Science in Medicine and Surgery, nursing, they will end up with loans that they might not finish as early as they are employed. So what about that on percentage multiplication on courses that are very expensive? Thank you.
Thank you. That is a Pigia makofi. Hiyo swali ni nzito. Allowed to go back on the other side so that we get people on this end. Ashas, tafadhali mnisaidie Ashas. I want a lady from this place, if there is a lady. Okay, if there's no lady here, can I have a lady here? There's a lady there. There's a lady there. Men are busy mansplaining on the other side. We have a lady talking on the other side. Get that lady over there, please. Let's move. Get her. So that we flow. Nitakusort. Kuja. Nitakusort. Kuja. Kuja ukaya hapa. Mimi nitakusort. As in, you are my little brother. How can I miss to sort you? Sit here. Sit here.
As I stated, I'm Chesang Samoya. I'm a student from Wasingishu County, but at Kenyatta University also. As we've gathered here, we came knowing that it's comrade-based. So I don't suggest any point that party is talking on comrade-based matter specifically. The thing that the party has addressed to us, it's matters of the national government. Tumeambiwa story ya SHA, story ya HELP, story ya affordable housing. In as much as those are the priorities, those are not the priorities for the comrades.
Thank you.
I want the party to address to us vitu kama postponement of grassroots elections. Comrades tulikuwa tumejiregister, tumesacrifice pesa yetu, haijakuwa addressed. Secondly, relax.
One, no.
Secondly,
No. Nope. Nope. Relax.
Secondly, no,
Nope.
we are progressing, Bwana.
Nope.
Secondly,
Don't
we want
shout.
the city to tell us
Don't-
what have they done
Don't
to
shout.
empower student
Raise your
leadership.
point. Raise your point.
I'm
Don't raise your
proceeding to
voice.
I'm
Raise your
proceeding to
point.
raise my
I
point.
proceed. Yes. Kata Mike. We will move na mpangilio. Sindio? Comrades power. Comrades power. Comrades power. Nataka tuendelee na mpangilio. We said one issue, one question. So, how many, are you done with the issue? No, one. One. I want to give another lady. One. Another lady? Another lady? Get me another lady. Proceed. Get that mic.
Comrades, power. Ladies in the house, hello. Men in the house, hi. Sawa sawa, naona mambo inachemka, lakini wacha tuulize hizi issues. She is right by asking where our issues as comrades are being they're evaluated. Kwa hivyo mimi nauliza maswali ya SHA. I walked into an hospital last week. I was feeling unwell. Nimelemewa. Kufika huko nikaambiwa NHIF haifanyi. Niende level 1, level 2, level 3 hospital. Now my question is, the reason as to why I chose the hospital that I walk into, because I had selected when I was using NHIF, it is because of the services na mambo ya haraka haraka. Then unanituma kwa hospitali ya level 1, level 2, level 3, ambayo congestion iko pale, hakuna madawa. Swali langu ni, what is the government doing to avoid issues ambazo tunaona kama ya Mama Lucy? Mama wanalala chini, people are sick, people are unwell. Nikienda pale nikae kwa bench, hakuna dawa, madaktari hawako. What is the government doing to improve those hospitals ambazo mnatutuma kule, because comrade hana any? Ataenda ile Huruma hospital, kufika pale akae kwa bench mpaka saa ngapi? What is the government doing on that?
Thank you very much. Clap for her. I will have Professor Machuki respond to that. I'm looking for ladies. And while you are here, there's a reason I said that even if you pay fees and you don't pay attention, you will not pass your exams. When we spoke about the new funding model, was it about government priority? It was about comrades. When we spoke about the opportunities in the housing finance, what was it about? It was about comrades. So you don't just come and pioneer. So come. Kuja. We've agreed with you, right? I'm so firm. So 1 minute.
Yes, can I fix all those questions?
No. Just go with one. Now, wewe ni kiongozi, nitakutaka
let's
kesho.
go into
No,
two.
One.
I got one for
One.
Machuki.
One. Run, one.
Comrade power. So I have one question. Nimeambiwa ni one question. My question goes to I concur with my sister. There's nothing that has been talking about comrades. So my question is, employment, apart from the housing, affordable housing, and jobs from abroad, what does the government has for a fresh comrade studying education in Moi University? Do you expect that student to go to Mujengo? What does the government has for these people? Not Mujengo on affordable housing, not jobs abroad. We want to talk, what does the government do to give a pay slip to these people, not send me to Mujengo 450 and I'm studying for 1 million. Point number two, briefly, about funding model. You said the old funding model, the government saw that they could not afford to pay the 80%. My question is, where are they getting the money to give us loans in form of scholarships? If they could not fill the 80%, pesa inatoka wapi sai?
Anyone who remembers his name? Say Magina.
My name is Seth Keegan, University of Eldoret student.
Pigia him a coffee. Now. I need a lady here, and then we answer that, then we come to round 2.
Comrades, I'm not a student. I finished my college 2 years ago, but I have a question. No, I'm still a student.
Comrades power. Hii ni ya comrades, si ndio? Hii ni ya comrades, si ndio? Haya basi. Nataka uende swali moja. Haya, tumsikize. Comrades power. Comrades disperse.
Comrades power. So, my point is, you know, as we come from our institutions, there is some of the certain expectation. We need to talk to the ruling party so that they can work on our issues. If you limit us to one question, then definitely, if we
ask the question.
Let me now ask a question.
I'll give you the second.
I have three concerns. As much as we are talking matters, youth comrades, Kenya, yes. We as the North Rift comrades also, we have our own issues that we feel like it needs to be addressed. The first issue, number one, we have the questions which we raise in the cassetted new funding model committee. Of 129 students selected, one student representation from the North Rift. As you can see, these comrades, can they be represented with only one representation of the students? The second concern.
Pole, so that we clarify. There's only one.
The second concern.
Relax. Nataka tuende pole, so that we move with them.
Okay. The second concern. Yesterday we were following. Yes. Yesterday we were following the Mashujaa Day, and we heard there was a representation of 60 student representation to launch the supposed student accommodation. How many of you were among those who went to Kwale to represent the North Rift? Anyone? No one. Secondly, at least you have done a very good thing to bring us together. We as the North Rift students, starting from the sides of the Trans Nzoia Kitale to the end of Baraton University, all the way to Iten, we are going to march and we are going to request for our representation. Should the government not consider us? Many a times we are in the bedroom, but I feel like we should go to kitchen, we should go to sitting room, because that's where the people are eating at. So, my second concern, now to the professor.
That's number 4.
Yes, now to the professor. Concerning the affordable housing. Behind University of Eldoret, we have the ongoing project. And my students have been going here, there to tour the project. Can you organize for us at least 20 students to maybe be given an opportunity even to do the forward work so that we can reduce the number of comrades in Amaring? Wanafunzi wangu wanainama, and if you give a chance of 50 students, then possibly we are going to reduce the number.
Thank you.
The last one.
That is number 5. You asked for 3.
The last one.
You asked for 3. Fair, to fair. You asked for 3. I've given you 4. You metosha. A lady, I want a lady. I love to respond. A lady. Wanaume mmeongea sana, I need a lady. Nitakupatia round 2. Kwanza wewe ni mtu wa timu yangu, nitakupea. Okay. Your name, your institution, and the question.
Comrades power. My name is Mercy Daisy, a student at KU. Niko na swali moja tu na naendelea kuinsist. Where is our place? Kwa hii table tuko wapi? Kwa hii table, kwa hii UDA tuko wapi kama comrades?
Asante.
Kwa pili, please. NFM. The prof has talked, ameongea mingi, ameinject, has left us completely confused, right? Atuelewi, atuget. Because ukituambia maneno ya band 1 to 5, are you trying to kujaribu kutufanya tusikie vibaya?
Okay. That is number 2. Thank you. What college do you come from?
I come from RVTTI. Allow me to express. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm clarifying something. It was a comment, so it's like 1 minute, okay? Thank you. Number one, you see these comrades are very angry, and they told you very early in the morning. So these people, they need facilitation and refreshments such that they get energy to inject and reject what they don't deserve. The second thing is leadership. You see, student leadership in UDA, they are taking puppets and then they brand them the leadership of comrades from all campuses only to users. We will not allow that one. Then on the other thing, you've had several comrades who are here are from Moi University. And Moi University, we have not learned for now like 2 months. And these people, I want them to use the same speed they use in impeaching the Deputy President regarding Gachagua to solve the issues of Moi University. We will not allow that one. We will not allow that one. Then on the last thing, the new funding model, Mr. Professor. You say you are in the presidential advisory team. The president on the new funding model, can you tell these comrades that a student studying education who is going to earn 35 to 40,000 is going to have a whooping loan of up to $500,000, earning 30,000 and a loan of $500,000? Are you going to pay the fees? Are you even going to survive? Are you going to build a home for your family? Are you going to change your life? Bwana, it is time to reject this thing. We are not comfortable.
Please clap for him. Clap for him. Now, I want you to give me your ears. It takes courage to stand up and say the things these people are saying. So mtu akiongea umpigie makofi. Wewe umenyamaza kwa nini? Auongei na upigi makofi. I'd like to bring the treasurer, Honorable Nyakundi, to respond first. Then I'll bring the SG, then I'll bring the panel and pick the second round. So tulia.
Comrades power. Comrades power. Comrades wisdom. Comrades wisdom. A breakup should not find you single. Sindio? Lakini comrades munachocha. Comrades munachocha. Munachocha. But let me appreciate you first of all for the questions that you've asked. Some are very difficult questions. Some are easy questions, but I believe we are all here because we believe that as the UDA party, we should forge ahead as a team. Someone has asked us, where are you as comrades? The reason we started this comrades chapter is because we wanted to make sure that we involve the comrades from everywhere within this country. We've been in Nairobi, we've been in Kisumu, we've been in Nakuru. Right now we are in Eldoret, we have been in Mombasa, and we are going the entire country to make sure that comrades are involved in leadership and in governance of the UDA party. And all these comrades that you're seeing here leading this team, these are university students from the entire country which are constituted in making sure that we lead the Comrades chapter the entire country. So hawa wanaongoza hii kitu, hakuna mapuppet hapa. These are your colleagues and you're the ones who elected them in different universities. Number 2, tulieni, wacheni pressure. Tulieni. Number 2, we believe out of this Comrades chapter, this is where we got so many people into leadership from the university. A good example is our Secretary General, Hassan Omar, who is seated here today. He was a student leader at Moi University, and I am going to give him, he's going to talk the issue about Moi University and the issues that are going on there, and we will not allow Moi University to go down, because this is one of the most prestigious universities in this country. So hii issue ya Moi University lazima tutaisolve, si ndio? Because we believe Moi University has brought up leaders. A good example is SG Hassan Omar. Our chair, Cecil Barire, was also a student leader. Akina Babu Owino was student leaders. So we believe out of this, many of you will be members of parliament. Many of you will be CEOs. Many of you will be governors. Many of you will be in the governance issues of this country and in the center of the governance of this country. That is the reason we are here today. Someone has asked about the grassroots elections. As you know, most of you had paid for the grassroots elections. But because of so many issues, the GNZ came up, so many other issues came up. We believe from, I think, January, we will go back to the elections that we had already planned, and your money will not go in vain. And I want to encourage each and every one of you, take part in these elections, be part of the party, because this party belongs to you and me. Let us make sure that we build this party. And out of these grassroots elections, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, you are going to be the MCAs in your regions. You are going to be senators in your regions. You're going to be governors and members of parliament in your region. And I am telling you this today. Personally, I was elected at 33 years old. This party, so many people wanted to be given the ticket of UDA. But someone believed in me. Someone held my hand. Someone walked with me. I am the first person to be in the executive of the party as a first-time member of parliament, being a treasurer. What I'm telling you this today, believe in yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself. The UDA party does not favor anyone. As long as you are there and you get everything right, the UDA party will hold your hand. Personally, Dr. William Samoei Ruto held my hand. I knew nobody. I had no godfather, but God the Father, through William Ruto, held my hand and made me the treasurer of the ruling party. So what I want to tell you today, comrades, always trust and believe in yourself. There was one issue that I am very passionate about, but the people of NEA are not here today. The National Employment Authority are not here today. I'm very passionate about NEA, National Employment Authority, because the president has signed so many bilateral labor agreements, jobs that are abroad. I know not all of us can get jobs within the country, but any opportunity that comes up, especially in the National Employment Authority, it is a good chance for us as young people to also look for those opportunities and go abroad. But I know there has been an issue, especially here in Rift Valley, especially on the first choice and the Finland issue, which I think National Employment Authority was supposed to be here so that we address that issue, because so many young people have lost money out of institutions or agencies that take their money, eat their money, and these young people don't get an opportunity to go outside there and study. And personally, I'm very passionate about NEA, and I really wanted them to be here, but Professor Machuki is here. Kindly, I request you to address the issue of NEA and how the young people who spent their money, who their parents sold their properties, sold their cows, sold their land so that they can take students abroad, but someone somewhere took their money and they are here and they are here not very favorable on that issue. So I believe that we should work together, and as a party, we will make sure that we mentor the young people of this country because they are the leaders of today. Asanteni sana, na kutoka hapa, tuna transact. Transact! Comrades, transact! Treasurer hawezi kuwa hapa na SG kwa hapa alafu mkose transaction. God bless you. Mungu awa bless, jamaa.
Asante sana. Comrades power. Comrades power. Many years back, kutoka Mombasa, I traveled by bus to come to Eldoret to join Moi University way back in 1995. I did not know then that Moi University and the great city of Eldoret was going to be the beginning of my political career in this country. It is for that reason today that we have decided, in the same vein and in the same breath, that once upon a time, when a platform was created for us to engage government, it is today for that reason, myself, my brother Aaron Cheriot, my sister Cicely Mbarire, who together we lead the UDA party, who are all students' leaders, decided that we must engage the comrades directly. I am grateful for one thing today before the Almighty God. In you, the conversation in this country must shift. With the same passion, you must discuss healthcare, you must discuss the new funding model, we must discuss agriculture, we must discuss everything. We must shift the conversation from ethnicity to issues. And that's what the Kenya Kwanza government has tried to do. Nyote, hapa, hakuna mtu amezungumza kabila yake, hakuna mtu aliyezungumza kikao chake, ama kule anatoka. Nyote mlizungumza yale malalamishi na zile issues that affect you directly. And for that we are extremely grateful. Number two, I want to assure you, this platform is not a platform in futility. It will not be in vain. One or two of you came with a good idea. And they came to the UDA Secretariat to say, under the leadership of Brian and others, that it is important to create a platform to engage the youth directly, particularly students in institutions of higher learning. They are not puppets. They are not sellouts. They simply came with a good idea that we embraced. That good idea, sometimes you might come with a good idea, but other people might improve it for you. There will be an opportunity for Brian and Deborah and everybody else who sit in the governing council, that within these students, they will ask that those who they elect democratically for you to pave way as interim officials. That is something that would happen in due course and eventually. It must happen. But first and foremost, we must finish our circuit all over Kenya. We have 4 or 5 more town halls to go so that we are more representative in terms of the conversation. Finally, I was very excited. That young lady who spoke there is actually going to be a leader. Her only question was, how do I take over this party? Election haziendelee. It is the pragmatic thing to do. For you to capture power, you must be in institutions that compete for power. They manifest themselves in political parties. So hata kama uko na ari nyingi, hata kama uko na changamoto nyingi, if you do not anchor your effort in political organizations, those that are established, those that you will establish, your effort is in vain. That's why you don't need to be leaderless, you don't need to be faceless, some of you need to emerge as the leaders of those organizations. Now this is not only the present, the UDA is conscious that the future of this country and the present of this country, of this party, is within the youth. And for that reason, the elections as suggested or proposed will proceed, hopefully from January, Moving forward, we will proceed with the elections. Those of you ambao wanataka uongozi, kuchaguliwa ndani ya chama na kuchaguliwa katika nyadhifa tofauti tofauti, the party will hold free and fair elections so that hata hii kiti ya SG, hata hii kiti ya treasurer, hata hii kiti ya chairperson, zote will be up for grabs. So therefore, it will be for us to compete or for you to win these seats. We are only holding this party in trust for you so that once the grassroots elections are concluded, those who will be elected popularly will represent this party and take it to the next level. Finally, I'm happy that these men and women here have taken the courage to come and face the questions in terms of a town hall. The most effective, tested, and trusted avenue of direct democracy is through town halls. We will continue to have these town halls, no matter how emotional they are, no matter how sometimes anxious they become, because it is not in our interest to stage manage these things. It is our interest to hear and to hear an honest conversation from the youth of this republic, represented by the cream who sit in institutions of higher learning. Lastly, hata kama yule alisema mtu fulani alitolewa haraka, wajua sasa deputy president anatoka Moi University, yule anaingia SG ya chama anatoka Moi University. Hiyo Moi University haiwezi kwenda. I will not have a degree in my office that has no institution. Simi nimeweka hapo degree na ile foundation of knowledge. My life was largely in Keses and Cheptiret. I believe the university, and Professor Bachuki will explain that, the whole idea was to ensure that universities are made sustainable. Mimi nilikuwa at the same time at the university, Moi University, na Professor Machuki. Professor Machuki was studying economics, I was studying law. He made the right decisions, I didn't. Touch. Professor remembers very well, at that time, Professor used to get 40,000 in student loan through the Higher Education Loans Board. I used to get 18,000. Sijui kwa nini walinipa 18,000, lakini mimi pia nilijihisi ni maskini. Lakini it is because of the information we provided. Niliandika iko kanyumba kadogo, babangu ali-inherit. So ikanipeleka credit yangu ikawa juu. Nikaandika niko na kitu nyingine kidogo, ni watu mama ako naye, ikapeleka credit yangu juu. Labda Professor Machuki aliandika hakuna nyumba, hakuna kazi, hakuna chochote. Ikasema yeye hapa yote, mimi nikanyimwa nusu. So we need to have a way that we engage to ensure that this system is foolproof. Hata katika ulimwengu, Professor usema kila siku, there are haves and have-nots. Kuna wale ni matajiri. Wale matajiri hawawezi kupatiwa ufadhili wa serikali na kuasi maskini apate elimu. We must be a just and equitable society. A just and equitable society means we must have social justice to make those who are worse off better off before those who are better off become well off. And that's what we must do. We must put money to ensure that we bridge the deficit in healthcare, we bridge the deficit in education, we bridge the deficit in housing, so that those who are less fortunate are made to have a dignified life and to be given a fighting chance. And the only equalizer in society, the reason I was in Senate with the son of the former President Daniel Moi was not because of anything else. Outside God, it was because of education. Education is an enabler, education is an equalizer. So we want to ensure kila kijana anapatiwa fursa ya kusoma, so that we are not creating a cadre of lords because they can afford education and creating those of the lower classes because they can't afford education. Na hii serikali yetu campaigned on a platform of giving hope to the hopeless, of giving opportunity to those who are not in the economic prism, a platform of inclusion called the Hustler Agenda. That is the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which is an inclusive agenda to ensure that there's education opportunities for all Kenyans, the rich and the poor. Kwa hivyo, tafadhalini, tukija kwa hizi town hall, we have come to engage constructively because we are honest, we want honesty, and we have come here today to hear you. Na kijana ndugu yangu hapo, tumekusikia. Kijana pale, tumekusikia. We take notes. Na wale yule mwanadada, tumekusikia. Wanaotaka uchaguzi. Na wale waliosema hakuna student agenda. There is a lot. We have said the new funding model has been the most pressing issue within the students, and that's why Professor Maduki spoke to it. The housing agenda to bridge the housing deficit or the accommodation deficit in the universities has been another. And as we progress, we will come to know more and more of what are the things that we devil or the things that are of a great concern to you. And finally, the instructions I have from His Excellency the President is to ensure
in all counties, mostly at the county commissioner's office. So you come to the county office, then you will be assisted with your proposal, you will be funded. We are there to finance and monetize your ideas. And I want to appreciate that through UDA party, we are providing the party is providing a structured way of engaging comrades. In the last edition that we had in Kisumu, we have been able to get some comrades. There is one comrade who actually has a farmers circle society. It's called South Mugirango Farmers Circle Society. And there are also other comrades who have poultry business and other initiatives. So we are here to help you monetize that idea that you have, because you have the potential, you have the creativity and innovativeness, and you can actually create jobs while you are still in the university. So with the group loans, they have 0 interest, and they do not need any collateral. You just need that group. You need a bank account, then come to Youth Fund office, you will be assisted. We also have individual loans. We give up to 2 million Kenyan shillings. Once you come with security, you can get it from your parents. You come to Youth Fund, we can help you to get an individual loan for you to start and run a business. And we have sector-specific loans. With sector-specific loans, we finance young people. We have a Talanta loan. Talanta loan is for young people who are in the creative arts, in music, or in any space with creative space. I know we have very many content creators here. Do we have any content creators in the house? Yes, so with content creators, you can tap into Talanta loan. Then we help you to buy the equipment that you need for you to start your business and monetize that content creation. You generate income while you are studying. We have Agribiz loan is for youth who are involved in agribusiness ventures. Then we have Go Green loan is for youth who have ideas or projects in climate change. And we are looking up to you as young people. You don't have to conform to the traditional mentality of going to school, getting good grades, then you come out to look for a job. Take advantage of these opportunities that the government is offering so that you can start something. You are talking about money in the pocket. We are talking about how we can help you with whatever idea you have to monetize that idea and run some business. You don't have to be the one running that business. You can actually get the money from Youth Fund, then you hire someone. That is what many comrades are doing. You get money, you hire someone to run the business, and you supervise during your free time, and it is very, very possible.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maliba, you can just allow me. I didn't even get a time to talk about Youth Fund. Allow me just briefly.
Let's get,
okay.
Doris, please. Anything you want to actually put through, Doris? In a minute.
Okay, thank you so much.
Priority.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. I want to thank UDA Party for giving us this platform so that we can engage with youths and we can air out our issues. And I wanted to talk about women leadership.
In a minute, please.
This women leadership, I want to thank them because they have involved women in this leadership. And as women, there are many issues that we are going through, especially me, I'm from Baringo County. And as you know, Baringo County is prone of early marriages. And how can we curb these early marriages? It is through us being leaders. And I want to tell you, ladies, let us come out and start being leaders. You know, there is a methali saying, bandu bandu umaliza gogo. This methali means that the small steps you take in life will end up being something big. So you can start being a student leader in your university. The next time you may be an MCA, and the next time you may be a governor. So I want to urge you people to at least engage in this forum and let us make change. If you have issues, kindly channel it. So that it can.
Your office, and then in 2 minutes, kindly. Wananyima speaker wa serikali speaker.
Tunanyima speaker. Sauti itafika tu. So I think for us, when somebody says there are digital jobs, yes, digital jobs are there, but there are also other jobs. Mmesema kama vijana mtapataje kazi, government has come in with internship program, which is taking new university guys. When you leave university, before you start working, especially for you doctors, there is that internship. Yes, maybe it has taken long to take them on board, but there was a talk the other day, and they have agreed. Most of the doctors, interns, are being taken in. Even the teachers, almost 46,000, if I'm not wrong, the process of taking them in as permanent and pensionable staff is happening even today. The whole of this week, they have been around taking them and checking their verification, verifying their certificates, and most of them are going to be taken in. And again, they are taking new teachers as interns, almost 20,000 again. So government is trying. As you know, the fact is, in Kenya, the guys who are working, the civil servants, are less than 1 million. We are 55 million. So it means government cannot employ everyone. But it creates conducive environment for others to create employment for the youth, like EPZ zones are coming up. There is special economic zones are coming up. They are bringing investors from abroad who will come and employ us. In Naivasha here, kuna ya magari. Sasa hutakani kwenda kutafuta gari kule ngambo. You just go there and get your car. So those EPZ and even county aggregation industrial park by our counties are doing the same job to create employment. So employment is a concern. We know very well something is happening. The government has brought the internship to start so that zile unangoja kupata ile pesa ya pensionable, at least you have something. Hata kama ni 25,000 hiyo is better than staying at home waiting for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have got 5 minutes to TV47 going off live. We are live now. In 5 minutes they'll be going off. So, gents, kindly, 2 minutes so that I give 3 minutes to Professor Machuki, then we can continue offline.
Okay, thank you. Is affordable housing a project for only Mjego workers? No. Affordable housing has direct and indirect jobs. Direct jobs are those that the workers working in the construction site. They could be architects, engineers, kadaya mkono, that's all. 3 to 5 jobs, probably per unit. That's the average. Indirect jobs are very big, 8 to 12. Factories that are manufacturing heating systems, factories that are manufacturing switches, electrical, factories that are manufacturing steel, cement, all of a wide range of employment. Beyond that, management of tenant purchase, mortgages, structuring, accountants, economists are required. Good jobs, they are available in affordable housing. Marketers for the affordable housing, marketers for production that goes to construction of the houses. It's wide. The industry of construction is big, and what the affordable housing is creating is a challenge, has created an opportunity, and the opportunity comes with jobs. Someone asked how to access units, rich people who access houses faster than the one who don't have. No. There are social houses. There are specific houses for social people living in slums. They are directly for people who are living in the slums. In the next couple of years, 10 years, we will not be having the largest slum in Africa called Kibera. We are going to have the largest estate in Africa, no slums. We have embarked on a strategy of working and reducing Kibera practically and bringing new settlements. Construction is ongoing in Kibera, and those houses are being targeted for the people living in Kibera. And again, the platform is online. Star 832 hash, you start your home journey. You don't need to know anyone. Select the houses where you want. If it's for targeted people in the slums, it is targeted for those specific people. And finally, okay, let me stop there.
Thank you. Professor Machuki.
Thank you very much. The questions that were asked, so many of them belong to what I'm handling, and I want to move with speed to answer them. There is a question that has come on board regarding the sustainability of the new funding model. And the issue is those from the humble background with regard to the percentage of the loan that was asked, and it has come on that it will burden them into the future. If you have seen the terms of reference for the committee that has been established, one of those that are being handled in the terms of reference is actually the loan structure, the interest repayment, and whether that will be sustainable. And I want to leave it there because it is one of the issues that the committee will deal with. Another question is the injection of 140 billion into the digital health platform. Why could this not have been injected into NHIF? One thing that is for sure, maybe one could have asked the question, what are the components of this digital health platform that will go into this cost? This is a massive digital health platform, never seen, more than what we have in NEMIS, more than what we have in KRA, more than what we have in NTSA, and it is a massive system. When costed and the cost was presented, a lot of negotiations and a lot of recasting, and it was seen because of the infrastructure involved to onboard all Kenyans, to onboard all health institutions at different levels, to do claims management and the claims processing. It is a massive platform, so that by the end of the day, the challenges in NHIF, the challenges in fictitious claims, the governance issues are dealt with. So you look at the cost-benefit analysis in terms of the investment of that 140 billion. The issue about medical interns, I think it has been handled by Arab Sang. But I wanted also to add that over and above the digital hubs in terms of sources of employment, over and above government internship, over and above the labor migration and so forth, there is an opportunity in job creation that is in micro, small, and medium enterprises. There is a lot of opportunity in entrepreneurialism. And that is why, if you listen very carefully, one of the core principles is democratization of the economy, so that everybody comes on board into that job market where you create jobs and not seek jobs. The other question is about Moi University. I have a lot of information, but given the time, I may not address it. One, the matter is already a discussion in the Parliamentary Committee on Education, and it is being canvassed in Parliament for mechanisms on how Moi University can be resuscitated. But the question was, if the 2022 KCSE students under the new funding model worked, and many universities, out of the 43 universities came on board, out of those 43, around 23 came on board and saying they are coming out of their indebtedness. Moi University's issues are historical, and I can tell you one fact. All universities, public universities, are suffering from the deflation of the Module 2. Many universities went the Uchumi way. If you know Uchumi, went expanding, opening branches, buying land, building their own structures. By the time the structures are complete, there was no money to put goods on the shelves. So I know there are universities that have taken bold steps. My own university, University of Nairobi, campus in Mombasa, another one here in Eldoret within the town, another, and so forth and so on, to take and to get those who could not access into the government admission in the famous program of Module 2. But now that pool of Module 2 has been depleted. It is not there. What did they do? They invested in infrastructure. They brought in a lot of staff. They got into so many investment. But now the Module 2 is no longer there to generate the income to be able to pay into the investment that were done there. And that is one of the problems. The other one is about the staff, CBS and so forth, and that they are being handled by the Ministry of Education. I don't want to delve into it, but as Omar Hassan said, the Secretary General, I was a student of Moi University, and many of those who are here were also students in Moi University. We will not want to have certificates without that institution. And Moi University being the second university to be established in Kenya after University of Nairobi cannot go down while there is leadership. So there are some issues in there that are university specific that are going to be dealt with. And as a council, we proposed a governance framework for the management of public universities, and it is going to be a process for purposes of revitalizing the management of public universities in Kenya, Moi University being inclusive. And therefore, the new funding model resources that went into the 2022 students, you also know that Moi University has a higher capacity, but what then happens is that the students who get placed there by the CUSPs is lower than their capacity. So sometimes then those issues, they have invested in facilities, but that capacity is not utilized fully. So it is a conversation that leadership will go through. We will be there to also advise on how that can be revitalized. There is another question on the percentage of the loan from the household and to the absolute figure. Like 3% of 100 and the 3% of 1 million are not the same. Now, as I said, among the terms of reference, one of the components that are being handled by the chair of that cohort, who is Professor Karuti Kanyinga of the Institute of Development Studies, University of Nairobi, should be able to delve into the loan structure, the interest, and the sustainability, and I may not want to go into details, but I'll tell you this. If you checked on the new funding model, you will find that there is there is a consideration in terms of the amount of repayment across the different bands, and it then gives you an opportunity to see if you have given information, and through the means testing instrument, it is not going to be a standard percentage of payment from the household. And you realize, if you look at the statistics, currently we have very few students from humble backgrounds joining universities. Many of those who join are from those who have been able to access quality basic education, and they have been able to progress. This new university funding model has a ripple effect to ensure that when basic education programs are in place and you have many students from humble backgrounds join universities, the very few you see make less than 1.2% of the students who join university from the very humble backgrounds. Majority of them don't make it because they have been condemned to that condition. And the new funding model is an intention to get them out of that when they go through that particular aspect. On SHA, SHIF, can I say that one of the challenges currently being witnessed in whether NHIF is working or not working, the first thing I want to say here, government has given instruction to health facilities, both private and not those that are public, to continue offering services to citizens when they go for those services, as the transition is happening. Among the issues being dealt with, and His Excellency the President pointed that out yesterday, was the empanelment and the signing of contracts by the private healthcare providers with the Social Health Authority. And that process, once it is complete, you might go to a private health facility that has not been empaneled to offer service. Or if it has been empaneled, the system has not picked, and the issues within that particular contract have not been fully put on the system. So it is something that once in the coming few weeks is completed, I am sorry that the picture that was shown from the Mama Lucy Hospital, you know, Mama Lucy Hospital is under county government. And therefore, the county government is well sized to deal with those particular issues. How national government works with the county government in healthcare provision is provided for in the 4th schedule, and County Government Act and all those other acts that we have said here, and there is a responsibility at county government level to ensure that there is access to healthcare services when citizens go into those facilities that are managed by county governments. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
1 minute.
Joshua,
That's
kindly, okay, Joshua, as you know, we are in Moi University Town Hall, and as we all know, you're from Moi. Why did you not comment anything about it?
That's what I wanted to say. I am alumni of Moi University. I want to support what SG say, and more so, coming from this region, Moi University will not die.
Thank you. Okay, Maniba, what should we do for it?
Guys, since we've been standing for a very long, we've been seated for a long time, please let's stand up and stretch. Just stand up. Let's stand up, all of us. Let's stand up, all of us. All of us. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Comrades, power. Comrades, power. National anthem.